Hey, what's going on, guys? All right, so in this video, we're going to be working on a Laravel feature called middleware. And so with middleware, what we're going to be doing is protecting our routes against unauthorized access. So if you remember, within our routes over here, what we did was we grouped our routes and then for both the admin and the client. And then what happens is that whenever you go to any link, it's going to be either prefixed with admin, dashboard, admin request details, admin update request, etc. Same goes for the client routes as well. So it's going to be client dashboard, client request details, etc. So if you check within the application, currently I'm logged in as a client, Stephen Edwards over there, and then as you can see, whichever routes we go to, they're gonna either go to client dashboard, client request details, etc. Or if we're logged in as the admin, it's gonna be admin dashboard, admin whatever route, and so forth. So now there's an issue currently within our application. So if you can check, I'm logged in as a client. Oh, by the way, remember within our application we have two user types. It's either client or admin. And so you want the client users to only have access to client related routes. Anything else they're not supposed to access. So for example, I'm logged in as a client at the moment, and then if I were to say admin and then dashboard, you will see now we have now access to links to the admin links. And then as you know, any malicious user can try and do all kinds of things that they're not supposed to do within the system. So within this video we're going to be using middleware to protect against this. So if I were to go back here, so basically what we want to do is we want to check if the user is an admin. If they're not an admin, they need to go back to wherever the link they came from. And so how we're going to do this, like I said, it's through middleware. So how we're going to create a middleware is we're going to use the artisan command to do that. So what we can say is php artisan make middleware. And so what we're going to name this middleware is, let's just say admin access. And it's as simple as that. So when I press enter on this command, it's going to create a middleware class within the app folder, HTTP, and then middleware. So if you check there, there's our middleware class over there. So within here, like I said, with middleware, what we can do is we are going to intercept the requests made to whichever routes. So it's either whichever ones that you want to protect against. And so what we're going to do within here is we're going to check the user who's trying to access that route and see if they are admin or client. If they're not admin, we redirect them back to wherever they came from. And how we can do this is pretty much simple. So all we can do is if we can create an if statement here. And then, by the way, remember we used to use the auth facade to check against certain things. There's another function that you can use. It's a helpful function. It's called auth, which practically does the same thing. And then we can do this. We can say user, and then after that we can access whatever properties on the user model, such as user type. We can do something like that. But I'm just going to keep it consistent. I'm just going to use the auth facade for that. And then, yeah, if you want to use this function, you can also use that. So I'm going to say use, and then auth. Okay. So, like I said, you can use this, but I just want to keep it consistent since we've been using this particular facade throughout the application. So I'm just going to change that, and then I'll say auth, and then I'm going to say it's auth user. And the only thing we're going to do is say if it's equal to admin. Oh no, sorry. You're gonna say if this particular user, this authenticated user who's currently logged in, if the user type is not admin, then we want to redirect them back to wherever they came from. So we can say return and then say redirect, and then we can just say back, and it's as simple as that. So now, um, what else do we need? Basically, that's all. Now, what we need to do is register this particular middleware within the kernel. So what we do is we have to go in here, and then down here, as you can see, we have various what you call it middleware that's been already registered within the system. This comes by default with Laravel. So I'm just gonna copy this here, and I'll use this. I'm just gonna paste it down here. So now what we need to do is put in the name of our middleware class. So it's admin and then access. All right. So just to be sure, um, and apologies for that. Just verifying if the name is exactly the same. Yeah. So now we need to give this admin access a name. So what we do is we're gonna say, let's just call it admin access. That should be fine. All right. So like I said, you just run that middleware command, you create your command, and then within your middleware, you create whatever logic that you need, or whatever logic that's going to satisfy whatever you need against your application. And then after that, you need to register this particular auth middleware class within this file here called kernel. And then you come here within this route middleware, and then you add that property within here. So you just import that class, and then you give it a name. So now what we need to do, since we've registered our middleware, we now then come into the controller. So we're gonna go, oh, by the way, there's two ways in which you can use this middleware class. So you can either register it here within the controller at the top, you put in this particular, you put it here within this middleware method over here, or you can come down here within the web config and just insert this middleware class. Either you can do something like middleware and then insert that middleware over there, and then it should be functional after that. But I'm gonna do it within the controller. So here within the controller, we need to create an array. So let me just do this and then copy that. So as you can see, you can create as many middleware classes as many as you can to satisfy whatever you need within your application. So now what we have is two middleware. So none of the routes that have been set up within this controller are going to be accessed unless the user is logged in thanks to that particular middleware over there. And then the other thing is that if the user is not an admin, no matter what routes that are registered within here are going to be accessible unless the user is an admin. So now what we need to do is test this particular middleware class of ours and see if when this user who's currently logged in as a client, will they be able to access the admin routes? So now what we do is we're gonna say admin, and then when I say dashboard, what this is supposed to do now is go to the admin and then redirect me back here if our function is set up correctly. So let's just say admin. Looks like that didn't work. Let's just see. Um, all right. I don't know. I think I need to restart the server. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cancel this this over here, and then afterwards what I'm gonna do is run the server again. So just waiting for it to cancel. Okay, it's now cancelled. So I'm gonna run the server again. All right, let's just quickly refresh over here, and then hopefully everything is done correctly. Okay. let's just say admin. Okay, so looks like we didn't set it up correctly, so let's just check what we did. Admin access. Let's just see if the auth user is not, oh sorry, if they are not equal, if they are not admin. I said if the user is equal to admin. I was mistaken there. So if the user, the authenticated user type is not equal to admin, then we need to redirect them back. Okay, let's go back before and then refresh. Okay, let's try again. Let's say admin and then dashboard. All right, so it worked. So as you can see, it redirected us back to the client dashboard. So try again, admin, and there you have it. It brought us back. Even if we go to another page, let's just be sure. And I'm gonna say admin again, admin dashboard. As you can see, it worked again. So wherever we go within the client routes, if we try and access the admin, anything admin related, it's just going to redirect us back to wherever we came from. All right, so yeah, that's basically it, guys. This is how you can protect your routes using middleware. There's many things that you can do. Middleware is quite powerful. There's many things that you can do. You can use this middleware to check if a user check a user's age. You can check various things, and if they don't satisfy whatever your requirements are, you can set up some logic here, and then either redirect the user back to a 404 page or an error page, or just redirect them back to wherever they came from, and then that's it. So it's as simple as that. You run that command that I showed you, which is um, that one over there. You run that command, you name whatever the route is. It's going to create that file, and then you put in your logic here within the handle method. You run that handle method. Otherwise, if everything checks out, it's going to then come back here and run the next request. And then don't forget, after you do that, you need to also register the middleware here within the kernel, within your route middleware, what you call it, array. Register your middleware over here and then give it a name, and then you can either use that within the web.php file against whatever route you want, or you can do it directly within the controller. It's up to you guys. And so yeah, that's basically it, guys. So that's it for the video, guys. Again, if you've liked what you've seen so far, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll be seeing you guys within the next video. All right, cheers for now.